All right, about 50 protesters gathered outside the Springfield Police Department this afternoon in response to a recent shooting of a dog.
The crowd says this situation emphasizes the need for more officer training when it comes to dealing with animal control calls. And they are not the only ones saying that more education regarding situations with dogs like this is needed.
KEZI 9 News reporter Nat Wynn spoke with people at the National Canine Research Council as well as the Springfield Police Department about their current training in this regard. And she joins us live with their response. Nat?
Matt and Renee, we're here outside the Springfield Police Department where you said that protest is happening. It's actually still happening. As you can see, protesters still out here with their signs, with their dogs, in protest of what happened Tuesday night to a pit bull who was shot by a police officer. Now, we did get the chance to speak with the Springfield Police Chief this afternoon, and he says that while he understands why people are so upset about what happened, he also hopes that the public understands that their officers are trained to make the best decisions they can in any given situation.
2524, take a domestic, 2500 on Newell.
The National Canine Research Council created this series of training videos regarding situations like this week's shooting of a pit bull by a Springfield police officer. It says that more than half of intentional police shootings nationwide involve animals, most often dogs.
As human beings, we've learned our entire lives to be extremely skilled at reading body language and communication from other human beings. Not necessarily so when what we're encountering is a member of another species.
And while the NCRC couldn't say whether these incidents have grown over time, they say the growing access to media attention definitely makes them more apparent.
Very, very often people misinterpret dog behavior as aggressive when in fact it's simply social behavior. It's a problem in communities. So police need more information on how to respond.
The Springfield Police Department says while it doesn't have as specific training as seen in the videos, they are trained to some extent.
Every officer goes through use of force training. That applies more to human beings, but really that is a big picture thing. It's the use of discretion.
In this case, while SPD has an animal control unit, it was after hours, so it actually took multiple calls to get an officer to the scene. And police say the dog chased down several people, including a 12-year-old boy. They say a complete stranger saved him by driving his car in between the dog and the boy so the boy could get into the car. SPD believes the officer made what he felt was the best decision based on the circumstances he was presented with at the scene.
This is unfortunate for the animal and for the owners of the animal. I understand they're very emotionally upset about this because if it was my family, I would be too. But I also understand too, if you're one of the victims that's been chased by the dog or fearful that you're going to be attacked, there's probably an equally strong emotional reaction on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Now, the Springfield Police Department says it also works very closely with its canine and animal control units to familiarize their officers with these types of situations. Now, as for the current condition of Kiki the dog, the vet who last saw her says that she should be fine. She was last seen walking, barking, responding. The bullet didn't appear to enter her brain cavity, so they actually say it's best to not surgically remove it at this time. Live in Springfield, Nang Wynn, KEZI 9 News.